On face value, the decision by the Australian Olympic Committee to evict our athletes from the village once they've completed their event seems, well, at best churlish. Is this simply a case of robbing athletes of that full Olympic experience?
I personally think it is. It just turns the Olympics into just another competition and not a once-in-a-lifetime experience. These athletes, every time they come back, they talk about, you know, being together as a team. And you think about the swimmers who they compete on day one. They don't get to go to the opening ceremony, and now they're going to be robbed of the closing ceremony as well.
They can stay, just find their own accommodation at their own expense, and obviously
Paris,
come back
during Olympics. So wouldn't be that cheap.
Plenty of room.
I've got a solution. Okay, so stick with me. But if you, there's individual sports, there's team sports. So what about if you win gold, you get full accommodation and it's all on the house, the tabs, the beers and whatever. If you win silver, unlucky, and bronze, you send them straight home. Like, how good would that be?
Extra motivation.
Extra motivation.
Gold, but you get to hang around.
Yeah, and you're free accommodation, you win gold. That's what should happen.
I love it.
I've never been to the Olympics, but I have been to the Commonwealth Games. And yes, we played on the first day and we still went to the opening ceremony. That's a sacrifice that you make. But when you're the last medal awarded on the last day and you've seen the swimmers drunk and disorderly, coming every morning for breakfast, rowdy, up late, 4 o'clock in the morning coming home, it is really, really hard to concentrate. So I'm going to be a bit of a nerd and say, no, kick them out. They can have a couple of days. Partying is absolutely fine. But after that, let the others compete.
Why should you be there beforehand then? Why should the athletes get there well before the event?
A lot of sports start on day one and finish on the last day.
Yeah, but athletics doesn't.
Oh, well, they can come in when they want to as well, I guess.
But these reports may be a little bit misleading, and they're not being kicked out immediately once they finish their event. They only think it's 2 days, 48 hours after they've finished their events. So they get a little bit of time to have some fun, a little mad Monday, Tuesday, whatever the day happens to be.
How many times, Tone, have you heard of athletes, track and field people, obviously they're the second week, being disturbed because the swimmers, not just the swimmers, but the first week athletes are carrying on like pigs? I mean, let's be honest. This is kids. They're fit. They're healthy. They want to unwind. They want to have unprotected. They want to have. Sorry. They've got all the condoms. They want to have the protected version of making love, and they want to get on the drink. They're being stopped from doing that. They could. I thought what the AOC could have done is made it more clear why they're doing this, which is to protect the second week athletes. I think that is actually not unreasonable.
Or is it to cut costs?
And that's where they need a better PR person.
Because they've gone from 17,000 beds to 14,000.
Yeah, it probably is to cut costs. But all they needed was for someone like an Eleanor Patterson or a Kelsey Lee Barber or a Peter Bowl, who are serious medal contenders, to say, we feel sorry for the swimmers, but you know what? They do carry on and have had a history of that.
They also carry a hell of a lot more expectations and weight than some of the other athletes. Everyone expects our swimmers to do well. But how often do you hear an Olympic athlete blame that they haven't done well because the village? Never. You never hear it. You can't blame what goes on in the village if you fail or if you don't succeed.
The AOC, I thought the mistake they made was they should have put them up somewhere else.
Yeah,
so we've got to get them out of the village. Yeah. We understand the sacrifices they've made for 4 years. We'll put up, it might be half an hour away, don't worry.
See, that's a different story, that's fine.
Tinder still extends that far, Candice.
Yes.
They'll get what they came for.
Yeah.
It was much better in the athletes' village in Sochi, remember, where it was designed to keep athletes together. The beauty of the Olympics, you should be able to watch and support your teammates as they perform. Are
they serious
that's
image?
That's seriously what it was from the Sochi.
That's incredible.
That's disturbing.
No, that's awesome. Imagine the conversations you could have there. It's some of the best chat you'll ever have.
How'd you go to that?
Yeah. Thank God I was never an Olympian. I would have stopped so many gold medalists with my partying antics over there, wouldn't it?